Cha cha, cuckoo cha, cuckoo cha cha, cuckoo cha, cha cha, cuckoo cha. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and welcome back to another round of 32 game in this really, really long World Cup. We got 2026, and I'm very excited for this one. Brazil versus Japan. Let's just hope that it's a bit more exciting and has a little bit more to it than the game we watched last night, which we all know ended in disappointment for some. For some, it ended quite well though. Hope you're doing well. I'm Tinashe, and yeah, we're gonna have a good one today. We're gonna have a good one. Let's talk a bit about Brazil. Brazil in this World Cup. You know what? Brazil has this weird curse where anything but perfection or anything but like extremely high, extremely like close to that like 10 out of 10, anything but that is considered questionable and a failure. So throughout this World Cup, they had a questionable opener against Morocco. Watched that one. We did a stream for that one. And, first half, rocky. Second half, they came back into it. And for the rest of the World Cup campaign, against Haiti, against Scotland, domination. But a lot of people are still somewhat unconvinced. And how could you not be? Look at Brazil's track record, since 2002. It's not being what they would have hoped that it is. Still, it's Brazil. It's 5 stars. What else can you ask for? And then we have Japan, who, they've been good in this tournament. I'll admit the only full game that I've watched of Japan so far is the Netherlands game, which was an absolute cracker of a game. The second half, at least, really, like that game just needed a goal in it. The game just needed a goal in it, and when it happened, everything just shot into the sky. And yeah, it's gonna be a really good one. I'm really, really excited for this. This is Brazil. Van der Vinny, nice name. Are you a Dutch Brazilian by any chance? Interesting combination. I am just K. Why did you stop doing the season reviews? I didn't stop doing them. It's just that it's the World Cup, and I'm currently working on many other videos, but that one will likely come out at the end of the World Cup. So you can hang on for that one. It will be out. Don't worry. I haven't stopped doing them. It's just it's a special year. You also have to know, this is the first normal World Cup that we've had in 8 years. So, or at least normal as in the time that it's come on. But yeah, don't worry about it. You'll get it. We'll all be good. We'll take a look at the teams just now. But I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know what you think is going to happen in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and say I see Brazil 2. I see Brazil 3-1. I say 2-goal cushion. I think Japan are good enough to get a goal. By the way, Japan have already scored more goals in this World Cup than they have in any other World Cup. I think 7 so far. They've never won a knockout game in a World Cup, to my knowledge. So it could potentially be something great. It could potentially be some kind of an upset. But we'll see. This is Brazil 3-1. Lex, hello, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Peter, 3-1 Brazil, 3-1 Japan. You guys are all over the place over here. So you can see the lineups on screen. Or you can see Brazil at the very least. Strong team. I like that we're seeing Ryan over here. This is a player that I haven't seen enough of. I think I'm probably the same as a lot of people in that I just haven't seen a lot of Ryan. But I've heard a ton about him through the grapevine and through everything. So I mean, this is a game to show up, and this is a World Cup to show up. Other than that, not really anything else. Not really anything else to really squint at and to really like question. This is a really strong side. Vinicius Jr., the big man for Brazil, obviously been man of the match for every game so far in this World Cup for Brazil. And people always say that he never performs for Brazil, but he does. I mean, earlier on in his career, he probably didn't. He's definitely guilty of that. But I mean, recently, he definitely seems like he wants it. He's definitely keen to hold on to and build upon that status of elite player. Let's see how far he can go. Casemiro behind them, Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, good team. Very, very good team. Japan, on the other hand, I mean, this formation could go one of either ways. It's built for just unlimited width and really bombarding the opposition, and then also for getting back into their back five, which they will very much likely need to. Watch out for this left-hand side. I want to see Ritsu Doan versus Vinicius Jr. Doan is not a defensive player, if I am correct, but that'll be an interesting one. It will be a very interesting one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And we got a lot to talk about today. A lot has seemingly happened. A lot more has come out about people's opinions about this seemingly, confirmed expanded World Cup that we're going to be having from 2038. We've got Maresca finally announcing that he's actually going to be going to Man City, even though all of us knew that this was happening. This is like kind of delayed announcements. And FIFA generating a ton of money in this World Cup, which I'm sure everyone has an opinion on. The boys are all coming onto the screen right now. We love to see it. Ooh. We love to see it. But yeah, what are you guys thinking? What are your predictions? Who do you think's gonna score? What's give me something spicy. Give me some sort of spicy prediction. Lex, you had no time yesterday? Oh, dude, come on. What do you mean? That's all good. That's all good. Do your thing, man. I mean, listen. I'm really upset that you weren't here for the stream. I was like, everyone was asking for you. All the North Koreans were asking for you, but for some reason you didn't show up, and that's on you. That's on you, brother. It's up to you to make it up to them. Louis says this result could go either way. To be honest, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Again, the stadium is looking fantastic. I really like the scaffolding in a lot of stadiums that we've been seeing so far in this World Cup. Beautiful stuff. And they are today in the Houston Stadium. Quick weather check, because it's absolutely boiling by me, and I do not wish this kind of heat on anyone. I had to go outside. Earlier on, and it was just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. We need to fix our robo vacuum. And I needed to go to the actual store to go and like get a part. Oh, horrible. It's 33 degrees in Houston. Okay, I think they might need those hydration breaks. Garrett says, so excited for this game. Wish Japan didn't get such a hard matchup. They play the right way, and I love watching them. Hope they can win. Let's hope they play the right way in this game. I don't see Japan as the sort of team that would kind of shy away from playing their game, especially on big occasions like this one. So let's see. Let's absolutely see. Can I tell you, I am so relieved. I'm relieved but sad that I don't actually have a team that I really, really want to win anymore. So I can just enjoy the football. I can just enjoy it as it happens. Iran says, I can see Japan going through if they... Oh, let me change the... Sorry, when I was talking about Japan, I didn't even change the lineups. So you guys can see what we're talking about over here. Yes, Iran, I can see Japan going through if they hold up mentally, because physically and tactically they are strong and maybe even better organized as a team. Yeah, the one thing that I took away from Japan in the Netherlands game was how everyone was talking about how it was going to be a game that was won by height. Only for Japan to go ahead and score a goal where I believe Virgil van Dijk, who is, I think most people would say, the biggest aerial threat in the Netherlands squad, was outjumped by Japan's centre-back. I forget the name. I forget the name of the player who outjumped him. I don't think it was Ito. I don't think it's any of these players that are starting at the moment. It'll come to me. It'll come to me eventually. But yeah, we see Japan absolutely fighting for everything, and physically, I think that they'll be able to rise the occasion and match whoever they come up against. Technically, tactically, all of that, different question. Different question entirely. Vander Vinny says, do you think Neymar could do anything today? Here in Brazil, there's lots of people who don't trust him anymore. I mean, with Neymar, we'll probably be talking about it more as we go along in the stream, but like, I think everybody is of some sort of opinion that Neymar, I hate to use the word for such a great, but is washed. I mean, looking at him play in the last game and like hobbling around, it's like he's clearly there because maybe Ancelotti couldn't bear to leave him alone, leave him at home. I think there would have been riots in the street in Brazil if he wasn't chosen. But I don't see him, if he does come on at any point in the game, I'm happy to be proven wrong. I'm always very happy to be proven wrong, but I just don't see him actually changing the game all too much. And actually flipping it on its head more so than a guy like Ryan or Mateus Cunha or Vinicius Jr. could do. But yeah, he's a symbol. He's an absolute symbol. Dinkleberry Productions says Japan at a sneaky 51%. Yeah, you know what? These results, this poll for who's going through is a lot closer than I thought it would be. And this is exactly what I mean when I said earlier on when we started this that that Brazil, anything other than perfection for them is seen as just vulnerability. People don't see Brazil as anything worthy of worrying about unless they're absolutely perfect. 2002 level, 1994 level. Like, look at their last two games. Sure, it wasn't against the greatest of opposition. Scotland were extremely disappointing in this World Cup. I think there'll be a lot of people that would be really upset about it. Even though Scotland, I think just the fact that they got to the World Cup is a massive achievement on its own. But yeah, if you look at the last couple of games for Brazil, they've been great. They've been really, really good. But people always dog on them. And I understand. I do understand. When you have 5 stars on your badge, the standards are really high. But let's see. Amaresh says, there are murmurs of an experimental 66-team tournament in the 2034, probably. 66 is crazy. I thought it was 64. But yeah, I think it was because if we have 64 teams, then you might as well just get rid of the third place Jeopardy kind of thing where we're looking at the top 8 third placed teams. Like, just go ahead and do 64 teams. We can have however many groups, and then all the top 3 make it round to the next stage, and then we're still going to have a round of 32. That's probably what the thinking is there, and it's just, I mean, everyone has their opinions on it, don't they? Like, well, I was reading a really interesting article earlier on about how much money FIFA has made. We're about to kick off, and I haven't even turned on what do you call it? I haven't even done a pack opening. We'll do one just now. But let's get to kick off first. And we're off. Okay, guys. Get your bets in. Get whatever you need in. Get whatever you need in. We are in. We're live. Matthew Earl says Japan winning. It's possible. Have you ever heard of Blue Lock? I have heard of Blue Lock. I've never watched it. I have not watched Blue Lock, unfortunately. One day we'll get there. But I do see the references all the time. If any of you don't know what Blue Lock is, it's a football themed anime. So if you're gonna put any references in the chat or anything, unfortunately, I probably won't understand them. V1 Rat says, will we see more review videos? Of course. As a matter of fact, you'll likely see even more of them now. I just didn't want to I was making them in the early days of the group stages for like the really big results. And for like the interesting ones, but I mean, it becomes a bit too much if we're just going to talk about every single game. But especially now where the stakes are so much higher for knockout games, you're gonna see a lot of review videos for great performances and upsets, of course. Bit of a flick there. Brazil, good pressure early on. A shot gets blocked early on by Bruno Guimaraes, hyping up the crowd. Strong start by Brazil. Very strong start. Amaresh said, brother probably forgot about Messi out jumping Rio Vidic as well as Van der Sar in the 2009 final. I was talking about a Japanese centre-back out jumping Virgil van Dijk a week ago. And you're saying that I forgot about Lionel Messi out jumping the Manchester United defense 17 years ago. What's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Thomas Ruiz, thoughts on bringing on Neymar if the game is tied late in, or is he more of a mascot? He seems like a bit of a mascot at this point. I mean, he only got brought on when Brazil were 3-0 up against Scotland, or was it Haiti? I think they won both games 3-0, but that's kind of it. Can I tell you something? If Neymar gets brought on, by the way, we still need to do a pack opening. If Neymar gets brought on instead of Endrick, and Brazil need a goal. Good pressing by Japan. Do they win a corner? No, that's a goal kick. Good pressing by Dyson. Good pressing. Marquinhos is on it, though. Thomas Johansson says, which player from each team do you think the opposition would like to have in theirs? I think any team could do with Vinicius Jr. Oh, that looked a bit suspicious there on Matheus Cunha, but he did also flop about. Very, very dramatic. I'm not sure if that should be given as a foul. Yeah, so for Japan, I would probably say... Sorry, for Brazil, I would say Vinicius Jr. for sure. For Brazil, I wonder. I actually do wonder. I can't say Ueda because, I mean, he is a great player, but I think that Matheus Cunha probably offers a tiny bit more. Suspicious by Suzuki there. He palms the ball away when it was inside the box. He definitely could have caught it. I have no idea why he's done that. I think that's nerves. I think that's nerves. Vinicius Jr. is running onto the ball, but he had enough time to catch that ball and calm it down, but he's just gifted possession right back to Brazil. Let's open a pack quickly. We're trying to see which cards we're gonna get. We're trying to get either Brazil or Japan cards. And by the way, last night we did a pack opening. We packed a South African player, and of course South Africa lost. So I think at this point, if whichever team I pack more players of, you might as well just bet against them. But let's go right here. First one. Sweden. Third one. Colombia. Second one, not third one. Donut. Ecuador. Korea. Home. You think Korea would have put up more of a fight against Canada, South Korea, if they had gotten through? It's entirely possible. Australia. Cabo Verde. And finally, Kai Havertz, Alemania. Okay, no Brazil, no Japanese players so far, which means, I guess both teams are safe. I guess both teams are safe, yeah. Thomas says Brazil need me at right wing. I wouldn't actually do that much. I wouldn't actually do a job for them. Put me in for 35-year-old Danilo. I've done a job at right back before. All you have to do is just run up and down. Cross comes in. Oh, mishandled by Suzuki again. You know what? This is a set piece by Brazil has just come in, and Suzuki has mishandled what looks like a routine catch. And this is the second time in this game so far where he's looked quite nervous at an incoming ball into his area. So if I'm Brazil, I'm looking to put a lot more pressure on him because that is definitely something that they can look to exploit. Thomas says, great visuals. Thank you. Appreciate that. Fadil says, great visuals. Thank you. It's a work in progress, but we're going. Have you heard of Captain Tsubasa? I have never heard of Captain Tsubasa. Who is that? Never heard of that. Have you heard of Goku, says Tommy Noverseri. I think most people have probably heard of Goku. If you haven't, then that'd be so great. Can you imagine if you had never watched Dragon Ball Z? What a life. What a life you would live. What a life you would be living. Amarish says, also some climate-related advice. Try to find some vetiver grass mats online and hang them on your windows as shades. Will really help in cooling. I'll note that down. Thank you very much for the advice. It is 38 degrees outside, so I think all the help possible would be a good one. Here's Ryan. I think we're gonna probably need to pay quite a lot of attention to Bruno Guimaraes in this game. I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that this is gonna be a big game for him. Don't ask me why. It's the same sort of logic that came from my pack openings. V1 Rat says Ancelotti might sub himself in before he subs in Endrick. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. One-way traffic for Brazil right now. Lex says, for real, you don't know Captain Tsubasa, the OG football anime, pretty much predicting Messi versus Ronaldo with their Tsubasa versus Hyuga rivalry. I haven't seen it, mate. I'm sorry. I think we had this discussion in a previous live stream where I basically said that I watch anime, sure, but I really great ball in behind. Great ball. Oh, but Danilo puts it back. Still in Brazil's possession. Lucas Paqueta doesn't get it entirely, but Brazil with a shot, and they take shot by Casemiro. That seems like it's taken out Lucas Paqueta, but he's on his feet again. Brazil in a really good spell, really good moment, but they recycle it. A lot happened in a couple of seconds. Good game. Good game so far. Japan are looking shaky. Yes, so I was saying that I watch anime, but realistically, I only watch the popular animes. I only watch Naruto and Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen and all of that. But when you start bringing up those obscure ones, like there is a lot of anime out there. When people start bringing out the ones that really people that are really deep into deep anime purists will know, I get lost. I become a real imposter. A real imposter, unfortunately. Straight in the face to Paqueta, you're right. Okay, Japan with a moment to show what they can do on the ball. Lots of space out there on the left. Ball goes in. Oof. Good defend. Well defended. Well defended. Well defended. Alpha says there's a 38 degrees in Britain. I'm not sure. I'm in Vienna, but it's 38 degrees here, and it's horrible. It's 33 degrees where this game is happening in Houston, by the way. Peter says, Alexandro is my choice against Danilo. Your choice of what? V1 Rat says he's lucky Ancelotti can't manage another team at the same time. Imagine he joins Lyon. Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's like Pep Guardiola banishing Yaya Toure from Barcelona and then moving to Manchester City. Lex, you're saying that the 2002 Japanese team was also called the Tsubasa generation? Ah, okay. This was before my anime watching time, unfortunately. I'll give it a look. I'll look at it. Captain Tsubasa. You know what? Maybe I'll watch an episode or two during this World Cup cycle while we're doing these watch-alongs, and then I'll report back. 23 degrees in London, St. Thomas Ruiz. Are you there? Yeah, it is absolutely cooking right now. You know, ooh, first shot out. Ooh, you know what? He looks like he had missed his opportunity there, Mateus Cunha, to take a shot. But he's done quite well to actually get it out of his feet and then force a save by Suzuki. Ball gets straight back into play. Brazil are not messing around. At all. And Bruno Guimaraes has had a shot just go across goal. You know what? I think this game could get bad. This game could get really, really interesting. Thomas Johansson says, what former Samurai Blue player would you like to have seen play today? This is a good question. I guess maybe he's not a former player. But I do I do like Kubo quite a bit, but he is in this team. He is a current player, but he's just injured. Former players, I don't know. I'll have to think about this one. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not extremely well versed in Japanese players. So I'll put my hands up to that one. Well, I can't think of some on the top of my head right now. Great ones, at least. Brazil concede a foul right outside of their box. Lots of Japanese support, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at this stadium, and it is just a wall of yellow. It is just a wall of yellow. Wherever Brazil go, anywhere in the world, I'm pretty sure that it's just like... I'm pretty sure that it really is just pretty easy for them to pull support. Pull large amounts of support. And we're seeing that exactly right now. Are they going to go straight for the shot? Are they going to go straight for goal, or what's going to happen? Let's see. Come on, boys. We're seeing in this World Cup a lot of goals that are being scored by going through, by having the team that's attacking set up a wall just for them to disperse. And we've seen them attempt to do that again right now. Hasn't worked out. It doesn't work unless you're Giovanni Lo Celso or Lionel Messi. I'm sorry. Ronaldo on his phone instead of looking at the game. You know, the kids these days, they just like enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Breathe air. Olin says, no tank tops. Are we shy? No, I don't have a tank. I mean, I probably should put one on, shouldn't I? It is quite warm. It is quite warm. Although, yeah, I definitely haven't been working out as much as I should. So maybe we are a little bit shy. Overhit ball by Japan. Could have had the ball back into the area there, but I just want to see Japan's coach take some more notes. Alpha says, do you think Alisson is the best keeper in the world right now? What? Why would I think that? For what reason would I think that Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world? He's a good goalkeeper, isn't he? But I mean, come on. Lex says there was that fan who lost her phone while doing the wave. That's what you get for not paying attention. It could have been Ronaldo. It could have been Ronaldo right there and then. Yeah, that was funny. There wasn't much that happened in this game, and this was the Canada versus South Africa game. There wasn't a lot that happened there. That was that was quite literally the highlight until Eustáquio scored the winner. I wonder if she got her phone back. Anyone who knows any details on that situation. Morg says, who is the best goalkeeper in the world then? And the world is quite a tough one, you know. I don't know if I'd confidently say in the world, but I would probably say based on the previous football season, David Raya has to have a really strong case. And I think there will be a lot of people who want to deny that for whatever reason, but Arsenal were the best defense in the world last year. And it wasn't just because of Gabriel and Saliba. The man pulled them out the fire a lot. João Garcia is also fantastic. Is also a really, really good shot. Like I said, I wouldn't be confident in putting an in the world title next to my pick of best goalkeeper because I didn't watch all of Barcelona's games. So I can't confidently say that João Garcia is worse. What I can definitely say is that for some reason Spain are starting their third best goalkeeper in every game. I mean, Unai Simon is a good player, but I mean, when you have João Garcia and David Raya on the bench, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Stand by Courtois. Listen, I also stand by Courtois, but my reasoning was, well, I don't stand by, but my reasoning for saying Raya was just based on last season. Courtois had a great year as well. I do think Raya had a better year than Courtois. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Olan says, best goalkeeper in the world is on the Belgian bench. You're talking about Senne Lammens? I don't think he's the best goalkeeper in the world. He's the best person in the world. Top 5 people ever. Senne Lammens. I think there was a Gandhi quote about that or something. Vinicius Jr. gets a cross in. Gets denied. Yeah, Japan have done pretty well. Japan have done very well there. I mean, lacrosse didn't get all the way to a man. Although Vinicius Jr. did get by his man very easily there. I'll put it that way. Phew. The lines are so congested. Like, just look at the line between Japan's midfield and their defense. It's starting to open up a bit now as they push Brazil a little bit further back. But as soon as they get into that final third, or like just start to approach it, it just starts to condense all the way. Yeah, Brazil are going to have to be very patient here. Extremely patient. Hassan says Alisson has got to be up there as one of the best right now. He's a good player, but he also had quite a few fumbles for Liverpool in the previous season. And when the margins are razor thin, I know it's somewhat unfair. It can be. Ball goes up to Ryan, but it's ball goes out to Ryan, but just over his head. What's up with this new glasses look by Ancelotti? I wonder, what's inspired this? Like, we see the fit, my friend. Sorry, just turn this camera on. There we go. We just needed to focus that. We'll put it to a poll. How about that? We'll put it to a poll on best goalkeepers out there at the moment. It seems that the same names are being mentioned. So, Brazil on fast track. That looked like a foul. That looked like a foul on Mateus Cunha. The ball rolled out. It did not look like it changed course after the Japan player fouled, took him down. I mean, that definitely does seem like a foul on Mateus Cunha. Maybe I'm in the wrong over here. What are we saying? We said Courtois. Hydration break. We'll do another pack opening in a little bit. Yeah, drink water, guys. Okay, Courtois, Garcia, and Raya. I mean, in my opinion, I think that is... I think those are the top options. I'm a little bit hesitant to put Sufanov there. I'll put it there. I'll put this one here. Okay. Yeah, Gunther, I agree with you. I do think that was a foul as well. Another pack opening now, guys. We're trying to get Japan or Brazilian players. I think if we're going to go ability-wise, Thomas Janssen, I think if we're going to go ability-wise, then it becomes a different question. It becomes a completely different question. Donnarumma is in the mix as well and all that. I think we're just talking about right now based on what we've seen recently. Maybe past year, past like 10 months or so. Another pack opening, guys. Let's see what we got. Cote d'Ivoire, number 1. Ooh. As you can see, it's still a bit bright outside. The sun is catching this one. Number 2, Algeria. Brazilians in the stadium having a good time. Uzbekistan. Guys, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but for anyone that's been watching the streams lately, I think that you know what this might mean. But we have just pulled a Japanese player. It's Ito. Number 1 down. Can you see him? Okay, let me finish this first. Panama. Wood. Chris Wood. Christopher Wood. Don't get any weird ideas. This is the World Cup? This sticker is just World Cup. I guess it's World Cup. I guess we're just supporting the World Cup. So yeah, listen, we just pulled Japan. The game's back on, by the way. We just pulled Japan, which more or less means Japan might be a little bit cooked. And as I say that, they go on the attack and win themselves a corner. Anything could happen, guys. Anything could happen. Safonov. I said Sufanov, it should be Safonov, sorry. He is a great goalkeeper as well, isn't he? Especially after, Donnarumma left and then Chevalier was supposed to be the guy that was that stepped up to the plate for PSG. Only for Chevalier. You know what? Ayase over there has risen very high. Risen very high above Gabriel. This Japanese side is actually quite good in the air, Watch out for them. They're probably, they very well might be better in the air than Brazil. Not counting Gabriel. Not counting Gabriel at all. Lex, you're saying it's one of the 3 host nation stickers? Okay. Very good mid-block by Japan. I agree. I definitely agree. This is some good stuff by them, and you can definitely see this how quickly they're transitioning from that back 5 to the 3 when they get in their positions. And the thing about this game is that I think the problem with Brazil is that they are at their best when they're counterattacking. Teams just know how to prevent them from really being so potent. Japan themselves are also an incredible counterattacking side, so if this game does divulge into a counter, you think that Japan, if this game is decided by a counter, you think that Japan would be the team that benefited the most from that. That might come out with the better result. Anything could happen. And a strike, and it's a goal! And it's a goal by Japan! Oh my God! Incredible! Oh, incredible! As I'm talking about it, as I'm talking about the counter, whoa! Is that by Sano? 24. What were we saying? Guys, I feel like we're about to have a little bit of a turning point in the we're about to have a turning point in these cards. And these stickers. Incredible goal by Japan. Sano wins the ball back. Let's take that. Oh man, speed it up. Let me see the replay again. Let me see it again. Okay. Brazil on the attack. Sano takes it. The interception. Goes all the way through. Brilliant shot. Pinpoint accuracy. Just behind Gabriel's boots. Out of Alisson's reach. Bottom left corner. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's literally perfect. Literally perfect. I don't know what it is, but like seeing Japan's coach happy, it's quite soothing. You know what I mean? What a goal. What a start. What a start. Guys, we have an absolute banger on our hands today. Can you imagine Brazil going out in the round of 32 after having, I think they had the 3rd best odds to win the whole competition going into it? Ooh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Something might be here. Something might be happening. Holy crap, what a goal. What an absolute banger. No way. What the fuck? I agree with you, Tommy Novosadi. I'm with you there. Alpha saying, have you seen the stat that after the hydration breaks, team's momentum changes for a certain time depending on the team quality? I think that's somewhat universal. I definitely do think that is somewhat universal. I guess we have seen it happen again here, right? But no, that's not true. Brazil were the ones that were attacking. It was just a really great interception and a sucker punch. And now Brazil are on the back foot. We're going to see desperation now from these Brazilians, I think. We have an absolute game on our hands. We have an absolute game on our hands right now. Yang Su says, my opinion is that Gabriel is a little suspect at the back. Sometimes, obviously, this goal ain't on him. Yeah, you're not wrong. But Gabriel's also very clever. He's very clever in being able to manipulate the game in just really... A lot of people will call it the dark arts. I would personally call it the dark arts. But it's, he does it very well. Buying fouls, aggravating the opposition. I know that Gabriel... I know that he's just trying to find some way to get through to Erling Haaland and rattle him, but it hasn't happened yet. Lucas Paqueta standing over a set piece. It's in. Ooh. Comes off the head of a Brazilian, but nothing else. Nothing happens. I believe that was Marquinhos. Yep, Marquinhos on the ball. Things are getting heated, I agree. What a goal. That is a beautiful goal, isn't it? As soon as these odds update over here, because they should be updating live, I'm very curious to see what the odds look like. Peter is talking to Lex. Never mind. Not even talking to me. I guess whatever, man. Shot by Vinicius. Straight into the hands of Suzuki. Solo goal, yeah. Oh, man. Ox3 says, I know pick Brazil to win, but I do want Japan to win. Yeah, I would. You know what? I want the best story. I want the best story, and it looks like Japan might be about to provide it for all of us. Tommy Novasetti, I can't wait for the round of 100 knockout rounds in the next World Cup. Dude, it's going to be incredible. What happens when we run out of countries? Jimmy Butler in the stands. What happens when we run out of countries? Like, are we just going to start the Intergalactic Cup? We haven't even made contact with other colonies yet. I just don't think that it's viable. Even if Gianni Infantino does. But we never know what they're capable of. Daniel says Juan Garcia has the highest ceiling, but right now Courtois is the best shot stopper and David Raya is the most well-rounded goalkeeper. That is the fairest thing. My phone is ringing. That is the fairest thing that anybody has said. Shots on the edge of the box, blocked by Japan. Brazil still on it. I'll tell you what, if we looked at, I don't have it on the screen, but if we looked at touches in the opposition's box, I really do wonder what we're going to be looking at, because I don't think that Japan, I think the only touch they've had in the box was, in Brazil's box, was a header. Lex says, let me tell you, keep an eye on Sano. Blocking the shots, taking the ball, New Kante. I'll tell you, you know what? I think all of us are going to be keeping our eyes on Sano right now. I think all of us are going to be keeping our eyes on Sano. That's definitely a player to watch over there. Definitely a player to watch. Let's pull up some information on the boy over here while we're at it. But Brazil are on the ball. Vinicius does a bit of a drag back, but yeah, Japan are holding strong. Japan are holding very strong. They've got everyone at the back defending. No space in between the lines. Again, no way through. And Japan are again on a counter right now. Yeah, this game is shot to life immediately. This is one of those games that just like, that goal just sparked everything. We're going to have an absolute banger today, boys. And I'm happy. Everyone that's here, give us a like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. If you don't want to, don't actually. Don't do any of that. Just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the football. What a time. Listen, Brazil still have time. Brazil still have time. They just need to keep calm. keep calm, be patient, find your opening, don't rush things. You do think that there is just a high possibility now that they start to panic. Now, this is exactly what they need to do. Working the area. Okay, Kaishu Sano. 25 years old. Plays for Mainz. My man, if you keep playing like that, I'm not sure how much longer you're going to be playing for Mainz. Yeah, I mean, the question earlier on was if I had any Japanese players from the previous generation that I would want to play in this one. I would like future legend Kaishu Sano in my team. Shot through by Suzuki. Shot through by Cunha to Suzuki. Nothing. Japan's midfield is holding very strong. Brazil's midfield, on the other hand, isn't really able to create anything, and they've been, they've been really restricted to shooting from outside of the box. Anything else gets blocked immediately as soon as it gets crossed in by the first man or shot. Incredible first half by Japan. Incredible first half. Now they really just need to get into halftime without conceding. And the sky is the absolute limit. Olan says, what do you mean when San Marino World Cup Finals versus Cabo Verde in 2026? I will be there. I will be coughing dust. I will have someone wheeling me around, but I will be there to see Cabo Verde take on San Marino in the 2066 World Cup. Citizen Randall says Brazil midfield is not up to snuff. Not at all. And they've just lost the ball again. And Brazil, well, you know what? Ball has been won back. Japan need to stay focused because they do run the risk. They do run the risk of just gassing out by the 70th minute or so, by all the concentration that they need, by all the concentrating that they need to be doing right now to keep Brazil out. Everyone thinks that just because they're not the aggressors, they're not expending all their energy. It's not the case. Not the case at all. Poor ball. Goes straight back to Brazil. V1 Rat Japan has parked half a bus. No, it's a full bus. It's definitely a full bus. This is the kind of haram ball that I can get behind, though. Again, cross in by Vinicius Jr. Doesn't even make it past the first man. Neymar super sub? I mean, yeah, if it's 2014. Although he's not going to be subbed. He's not going to be on the bench if it's that. Let's say he's 2020. If it's 2020, maybe that's more realistic. It's 2020. No, but that's not even realistic either because that was the year that PSG made it to the Champions League final. Another ball goes in, and Suzuki looks a lot more confident now. We were saying earlier on in the game that he was a bit shaky. But he snatched that one up. Good for him. He's also caught a couple of, very routine balls, but also quite easy to lose concentration and let them slip through. Lex saying, to be fair, Japan does it really well. Playing compact, no risks, keeping Brazil from getting too many chances. This is what we've been seeing so far in the game. I mean, they haven't really taken any risks at all. You can even see right now, they're on the counter. No risky balls. Keep it. Slow the game down. The goal came from just a really swift move and Sano buying a lottery ticket. Not to say it was lucky, because it wasn't. But the game opened up for him and he took his chance. Lex says Lozano was the best defensive midfielder in the Bundesliga last season, and I'm sure he'll have a big move this summer. Shame for Mainz, though. I mean, good thing they'll be getting quite a bit of money, most likely, but it's not, I mean, money and player don't always equate to the same thing. Yeah, if he's had, I mean, I'm guessing that I won't lie, I haven't paid too much attention to him over the course of the tournament. But if he's been playing half as good as he's been playing in this one, outside of just the goal, you start to pay more attention to a player as the game goes on. And I'm seeing him battling in this game right now. Good player. Istori says, Japan's tactical flexibility is amazing. They can win in many ways. Yeah, we were talking about their aerial prowess earlier on. We've been talking now about their counter-attacking ability. We just saw, man, it has just been a straight-on Japan glazing session recently, hasn't it? For the past, 10 minutes. I'm sorry to any Brazilians that are watching. Japan with the ball in. Brazil get it clear, and Japan has a throw-in. What are the odds for a draw? Let me update this thing, because I don't think that these odds are properly updating. This draw, by the way, this draw statistic that is on this odds panel, it's just what it means draw. It basically just means extra time. Draw after 90 minutes. I'll fix that to make it more clear. What websites am I watching on? It is the ORF Live. It is a public Austrian broadcasting network where all the games are broadcasted free. Japan with another break. Oh, and now it's Brazil that can't seem to get their way outside of their half. After absorbing a lot of pressure, Japan are just ending this half very, very strong. I like what I'm seeing. Peter says, I love this burst out, chase away the player carrying the ball type of mid blocks. Yes. Dortmund tried it in the UCL final a few years ago, and it worked really well until both CBs got carded. I remember that. Professional foul. You take the yellow card for that one. Yeah, definitely take the yellow card for that one, Kamada. It was Kamada. It was Kamada who scored the goal against the Netherlands. The equalizer to make it 2-2, right? It was either he was either the one that scored the goal. Jason says, don't think Japan will park the bus. As I was saying, that Brazil got a ball into the box when they now have not won a corner, to the dismay of Mr. Cunha. Jason was saying, don't think Japan will park the bus for the whole match. They know that Brazil probably can score via individual brilliance, so they got to take their chances through counterattacks. I don't think they'll park the bus either. They definitely are very, very capable of coming out. They're very, very capable of counterattacking at pace. Oh, a brilliant ball win back. Very high up in Brazil's half. Oh, geez. Who is this? Is this Maeda? Maeda is having a great game so far, I gotta say. This is now, I think, I don't even know how many times I've seen him win the ball back. Very high up the pitch and kickstart a Japan attack. Yeah, Japan really are the pride of Asia in this one, because everyone else in the Asian Confederation just was not up to scratch, except for Australia, funnily enough, who weren't even in the Asian Confederation a couple years ago. Everyone else just crashed and burned, and now we have Japan winning against Brazil. By the way, we are 2 minutes into it, but we have 4 minutes of added time. Gosh, what a game. Brazil is losing, says Instar. Yeah. V1 Rat says, can't see my goat like this. Which goat? Which goat are you talking about? Berto says, Tinashe, you have 2 Spanish goalkeepers in the poll, but neither start for Spain. Is Simon the worst starter relative to his replacement at this World Cup? For sure. I mean, listen. Unai Simon is not a bad player. It's just... It's clear as day to everyone that he's not as good as either João Garcia or David Raya. Personally, I think Raya is the best out of all of them, but that is somewhat biased of me because I mostly watch Premier League, like I've already said. But yes, he definitely is the worst relative to the pool of goalkeepers that each team has brought. But he's also a good keeper. That's the thing. And he's also very reliable for Spain. Brazil just keep looking for these quick balls, trying to just cut through lines against Japan. But every time it happens, every single time it happens, it just gets cut out very, very swiftly. Last chance, I would think. Ball goes across to Ryan. Oh no, that's Danilo, sorry. Ryan's in the box. Yeah, Brazil are not getting any luck in the air. I'm sorry, it's been a shutout. It's been a shutout aerially. These guys can't get their way through. It's funny how the tables turn like that, right? Mateus Cunha has never been a decent player in the air. For Brazil to actually be an aerial threat, they need to have Gabriel in the box. And Japan are on the attack again, but it doesn't fizzle into anything. Not a lot for Ueda to work with. Not a lot for Ueda to work with so far. He's been on an island somewhere, but I don't think he's worried too much about that. Halftime. It's halftime, guys. And what a game of football we've had. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I just started absolutely locking in. I just started absolutely locking in by as soon as that first goal went in, or the only goal, I guess. Sano, great half from him. Great half from Japan. Really disappointing by Brazil. They just seem like they have no, it seems like a bit of a paradox. It seems like a bit of a paradox because we're talking about a Brazil side right now who lack all that creativity. They can't find any way through. Any way through the middle is blocked immediately. Any way from the wings doesn't get past, any pass doesn't get past the first man. Any way in the air, Japan are good. It's a really, really good mid-block implemented by Japan and really great concentration. They just need to keep that for the remainder of the game. Lynn says, apart from Vinny, the rest are average, really. Yeah, I haven't seen very much from any of these players. I haven't seen very much. I haven't seen anything convincing from any of these players for Brazil. Whereas for Japan, I mean, everyone's been good in their own way, but in particular, Sano and Kamada have been fantastic. Maeda, I was talking about just now, who for whatever reason just keeps winning the ball, keeps winning the ball in the final third. Unbelievable. Hoodlum says, are we glazing haram ball by Japan? It's incredible how we just see everything Japan does in rose-tinted glasses. They're playing against Brazil. They're playing against Brazil. Are we joking right now? It's the same reason why we would say this sort of thing about Cabo Verde. It's the same reason why we say about the same thing about Cabo Verde with Spain. Obviously, Cabo Verde aren't as surprising in that respect, but it's like I would think that you are referring to when you say stuff like that, you're probably thinking back to like Arsenal, right? How everyone doesn't want to see like the sort of play that Arsenal plays. And the reason for that is because Arsenal are so good, they spend so much money, you wouldn't expect a team of their stature to play like that, even though that's not how they play like all the time, but they did resort to that a lot of the time. So that's maybe where you're coming from in that respect. But I think you do have to recognize the differences in quality of the teams that are at play right now. Just look at those lineups. And that's why we can celebrate this. We really can. And this is what a World Cup is about. You're acting like you've never seen a knockout game before. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Irfan says if Japan wins, so many football reels related to that blue lock last moment goal will get re-viral. Yeah, we're gonna see definitely an uptick in a lot of those sorts of things, a lot of those sorts of memes and whatever moving forward. Yang Su says Kamada scored the second goal. Yes, yeah, I thought so because I remember it was a header. You're talking about in the Netherlands game to make it 2-2. It was a header by I forget who, and then it was like I think it was a header and went off Kamada. Yeah. Berto says, "Let's go." Tommy was so gutted that he didn't work out for Arsenal. Yeah, Tomiyasu's been good too. Definitely. Olan says, I saw Mr. Daily Dose of Football's vid on Japan and their plan to win by 2034 or something. What do you think Japan needs in their squad right now? They have all the heart. They have all the heart in the world. So I think all they need is just to keep building. I mean, I'm looking at their squad right now, if I'm honest with you, and it does look, they're not young. They're not young. I mean, the youngest person in the team, in the starting lineup, is Suzuki at 23 years old. Everyone else is mid-20s and above. The next World Cup cycle, I would be surprised if we see all of these players in it. But, I mean, Japan has always been a great team, so I have no doubt that they will have players come in to replace them. We can only hope. And by the way, Japan are doing this, if you guys didn't know. Japan are doing this without Kara Mitoma. They're doing it without Takefusa Kubo. They're doing it without Wataru Endo, who was injured, I think, before the first game. Mitoma didn't even make it onto the pitch. He wasn't even called up because he was injured right before the end of the game. Right before the start of the tournament. So Japan, going back to what was said earlier on about celebrating Harambul, yeah, we can celebrate it for these circumstances. And it's not even Harambul, like Keckles 96 has said. This isn't even Harambul. Japan are still looking for a second, and they very well might get their second. Trust me, there are going to be more goals in this game. I am convinced of it. I am convinced of it. Angle Portales, hello to Nasha. How are you doing? Hello to you. Hello to you. Okay, I'm gonna do the poll again to see who people think is gonna win. Lynn says, I mean, in general, Vinny is world class and the rest are club level. Unexist says, in love with your channel for several years. Thank you from my heart. Keep up the good work. Thank you from my heart, my friend. Thank you. By the way, it's getting a bit dark. Let me turn the lights on. Whoa. There we go. There we go. Team Ethics says, I think Japan needs to get another goal, but I understand why they are cautious. Yeah. By the way, drink water, guys. Wherever you are in the world, it is. If you don't believe in global warming, my friend, look at the temperatures all over Europe and the US, I guess. Son of Stell says Brazil's right side is non-existent. Yeah. I mean, I was saying before the game that I was really looking forward to seeing Ryan, who I think a lot of people are in the same boat where they've heard so much about him, but haven't seen too much of him. And the World Cup is the most incredible stage to introduce yourself to people who haven't heard too much about you. And I haven't seen I haven't seen too much in this game. Let's put it that way. Ilmatic, thank you very much. You're saying, would playing Endrick help lighten the load on Vinny? He's seeing a lot of double teams for sure. I think we're seeing from what I remember from this half, we're seeing a lot of Mateus Cunha go out on the left to try and support Vinicius Jr., but then there's nobody in the center. Mateus Cunha is not a number 9, naturally. There's nobody in the center that's pulling some of these defenders away. Endrick, even though a lot of people see him potentially as a wide player, because that's kind of what you do with young players. That's kind of what you do with young players, that the striker role is typically reserved for more mature players. You put them out on the wing where their mistakes aren't as costly. But Endrick is a center forward. Potentially, I mean, the only center forwards that Brazil have are Igor Thiago and Endrick. And Igor Thiago didn't do very much at all, in my opinion, in the Morocco game. I don't think he started in the Scotland game. I'm not sure about the Haiti game because I didn't watch it. But yeah, I think Endrick could definitely... Listen, I'm not saying he's going to solve their problems. But the longer this goes on for Brazil, the worse it gets. We'll do a pack opening in a second. Actually, you know what? We'll do 2. We've packed a Japan player already. And usually when I do these pack openings, the team with the player that we pack ends up losing. So the Brazilians over here, they probably want me to pack more Japanese players. Or do they want me to pack more a Brazilian player? I don't know. Maybe we're seeing a flip. Doomsday Berlin, we don't talk about that. I'm not sure we don't talk about. But you just talked about it. Now you have to tell everyone. I'm sorry. Son of Steel, they might need somebody tall enough to win the aerial duels. I mean, if they're gonna keep spamming crosses into the box, they definitely need somebody to do that. But they don't have anyone. And is Igor Thiago gonna be that person? I'm not sure. I am just K says Japan is what Turkey thinks they are. James Wong, sup Tinashe, 2 a.m. here in Malaysia, and I need my Samurai Blue to win. 8 a.m. class tomorrow. Good luck for your class. Good luck for your class tomorrow, and good luck for Japan, for you as well. No shot, Big Gabby isn't world class. Name even 3 better. Wait, Berto says, no shot, Big Gabby isn't world class. Name even 3 better centre backs in the last 2 years. I think it'll be difficult to do that. Casemiro's having a shocker. Yeah, everyone in that Brazil side is having a shocker right now. Pedro is missed. By the way, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you think about the stream and everything that's been going on with it. I think that these streams are just going to get bigger and more enjoyable and more entertaining as we move more forward into the knockout stages. And I'm very happy to talk more and more about these games. And I cannot tell you, I can already feel a real... By the way, this momentum bar is absolutely cooked. It's not good. I need to fix it. Yes, I know. I can already feel a reaction video brewing for this game. I can feel it. I'm very, very into this one. Global warming heat crisis before GTA 6 is crazy. It is quite crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, next pack opening, guys. Are you ready? Congo. Scotland. Home. Grouped. Belgium. Korea. Also grouped. Oh, everyone's just at home, man. Paraguay. Finally, Jordan and Cote d'Ivoire. No Japanese, no Brazilians. But I do think that we're going to do another one. I do think we do need to do another one, because why not? Mayu says Cassie has had a bad day. Yeah, everyone's had a bad day. Hassan, I've gone out to grab food. How long I got? I think the half is it's about to start, man. But I mean, just follow on your phone or something, bro. I mean, listen, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, are you going to come back and then someone just like 3 goals are scored? Maybe Brazil off a 3-1 back by the time you come back? Nah, surely not. Surely not. You know what I mean? Surely not. Have some time. Lex, maybe if Neymar comes on, he could try get a penalty, but to be honest, even rolling around 5 times takes stamina in these hot conditions. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to. Low-hanging fruit. Very low-hanging fruit. Very, very low-hanging fruit. You should be ashamed of yourself. Unbelievable. Joao Pedro, unironically, would have been a really good addition. It looks like Endrick is warming up. Is this his time? Is this Endrick's time? Okay, one more pack opening, guys, right before we get back into things. Oof, I kind of ripped the sticker a little bit. First one is Belgium. I ripped this thing. Austria, who, by the way, are playing Spain on Thursday, and I'm very excited because I'm in Austria, and I'm going to go see what the people are thinking about it. Ivory Coast. Cabo Verde. Raul Jimenez. Extra sticker. I don't know what these ones are. Mr. Schick. Gone home. Czechia. And finally, South Africa. Also gone home. All right. Everyone's coming back out. Looks like a half is about to start. Peter Young says, so weird to hear you talk slowly. Normally watch your videos on double speed. If you're a time traveler, then you can watch these streams on double speed as well. But you're not. Or are you? If you are, can you please put the Powerball numbers in the chat? Peter, feed the addiction. I have to. Big half, very big half ahead for Japan. Very, very big half ahead for Brazil. Like, Brazilian football is already in a really rough spot. If they're not able to come out of this and really dig deep and get themselves out of this, then this is, I really do wonder when the next actual big Brazilian generation is going to hit. Because you just, the culture is obviously there, but the confidence will be so shattered. I'm keen for it. No, I'm keen for the game. I'm not keen for that, for the shattered confidence part. Everyone at home, from the pack opening. Sean, Dr. Congo. Despicable. Will Japan, Biv says, will Japan knock Brazil out? I mean, again, if you're a time traveler, you already know. Swiss Chris says, your streams have been awesome. Please keep it going. I would love to, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. I mean, the plan right now is to, obviously for the World Cup, we're doing them. This is like a special edition. But when the regular season starts, only for like big games. Big matches in the league and El Clasicos, all that stuff. I mean, Endrick is on the pitch and the game has started. Let's kick on. I think we're going to see a very different second half. Okay, I'm going to redo the poll. Everyone says Courtois is the best goalkeeper in the world. Very interesting. I mean, I don't completely disagree with it. It's just, yeah. Your Korean Chingu says, please do a video on South Korea in this World Cup because the KFA might be one of the worst run football organizations in all of international football. Hong Myung Bo needs to be sent to North Korea. That is the Korean coach. That's a good idea. I think we'll probably get there. We'll probably do that. We'll probably do a South Korea video. I mean, I was seeing signs outside of shops in South Korea basically saying that the coach wasn't allowed to shop there. Ooh, Japan putting a bit of pressure. Good game. He probably replaced Ancelotti with a skinwalker. Sir Bobby Charlton is on. Yes. Brazil's midfield is horrific. Peter Yan says, time travel here. Japan also was ahead against Belgium 4 years ago. We all know how that ended. Ooh, that was the Nasser Chadli goal, yeah? Was that 4 years ago? That was 8 years ago, wasn't it? That was 2018, wasn't it? I swear Eden Hazard was on the pitch in that game. What's happened? Was that a foul? That was not a foul. MJ says, I didn't know you were a black. That's interesting. Brother, okay. I feel like I film myself on most videos these days, but you're welcome, I guess. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, like, having the game so compact like this, it does not benefit Endrick. I mean, we've just seen immediately a move where Brazil have tried to get it into him, and he's just been suffocated. The game needs to open up. The game needs to open up a little bit. Jason says Brazil probably going to a 4-2-4 with Bruno G staying flat with Casemiro. Cassie can't run anymore. Casemiro has never, in any case, been the player that does most of the running in any of the teams he's been successful in. He's always had a Modric next to him. You know, he's always had those sorts of, like, I mean, it's no surprise that he's at, you know, the last half. Oh, great skill by the Japanese centre back to get past Brazil over there, but puts his team under a little bit of pressure. It's no surprise that that was by Tomiyasu. It's no surprise that in his second half of his career at Manchester United, things started to get better for him when he had a Kobe Mainoo to do a lot of the running. Yeah, Thomas, you're right. Thomas, I believe it was 2018. That Chadley goal where Lukaku does a little dummy. Well, this is what Brazil have just attacked down the left-hand side. And that's exactly what they need to be doing. Combinations between Endrick and Vinicius Jr. It's so obvious that, like, you get them to work together. Naturally, they don't step into each other's positions. It's a pretty obvious fit. Not if you're Real Madrid, though. Your Korean says he stepped down. You're talking about the Korean manager. He stepped down, basically saying, I said sorry, what do you want from me? And left the press answering no questions, leaving $2 million richer. Absolute public enemy number one. Sounds a lot like Jorge Sampaoli for Argentina in 2018 World Cup. Ooh, great spin. That's not a foul. For whatever reason, the goal icon isn't showing. I'm sorry about that, guys. Spectacle says, "What the frick? What do you mean? What the frick? What's the frick?" Endrick is gonna score. Them young legs come in handy. Illmatic, relax. You're moving a little bit crazy over here, my friend. Those words, a little bit mad. Ooh, good shot. Bruno G. I feel like Bruno Guimaraes' squad hype ups per 90 have been immaculate. Sorry, crowd hype ups per 90 have been immaculate so far in this World Cup. Good header. That is the first actual connection that a Brazilian cross has had. Another cross going in. Oh, Brazil are a little bit under the cosh right now. I mean, Japan are a little bit under the cosh right now. Brazil are playing a lot of pressure. Just look at Japan's block. Look at their block out now. How much is it going to help them? Oof, quite a bit, it seems. Quite a bit, it seems. Man, Japan on blue lock mode for real in this World Cup, I swear. Yeah, they're defending like absolute champions right now. Great save. Oh, and is that a goal? No, it's not a goal. What is going on right now? Japan have just prevented like 3 shots on goal, and they're right now attacking at pace. It's 4 versus 5. Oh, that was an incredible transition. Incredible transition. Incredible save by Suzuki. Header goes back in. Oh, no, it's not. It wasn't even by Suzuki. Sorry, no, that was Tomiyasu. Goes off his hand, but I don't think that was a handball. Obviously, that was unintentional and super close in. Goes off his head. He didn't even have that. He didn't even know what was happening there. Tomiyasu didn't even know what was happening there. It just came straight at his head. Brazil are knocking on the door, you know. I mean, the past 2 minutes, they forced a great save by Suzuki. They forced a goal line clearance, 2 goal line clearances by Tomiyasu within the space of a couple seconds. We got an absolute game on our hands, guys. Good golly gosh. What a save. Spoilers. Sorry, man. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that you should be in the stream if you're worried about spoilers. or you should just pause the stream until we're like at the same point. Wayne, hello. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate the donation. Hello, Tunasha. Greeting from Saskatchewan, Canada. As you said that, a ball goes into the box, but nothing comes of it. Vinicius is collecting. Ball goes in by Gabriel. Right far post, and it's a goal! Brazil are back in. And it's Casemiro. Everyone was calling him Unk earlier on. But you know what? This is what he does. I've seen him do this so often. I've seen him do this so often for Manchester United. Brilliant goal. Brazil are back in. What a rush. And you know what? If you count the past 5 minutes of play, up until here right now, this girl's banging on her chest. Do it. God damn, she's hyped. If you count the past 5 minutes, this is absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved by Brazil. We were talking up Japan earlier on so much. Casemiro does the 6-7 for his son. We were talking up Japan so much at halftime and right before because of how well they were defending. Is he offsides? I don't think he's offsides, but let's see a different angle. And Brazil needed to respond, and they did. Incredible story. Incredible header. You don't stop those. Casemiro showing his teammates how it's done. Listen, you get it past the goalkeeper, okay? You don't allow him to get his hands on it. Brazil are 1-1 in, and it's a brilliant goal. Well done. Sorry, Wayne, I did not read your message. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a flow state over here. Hello, greetings from Saskatchewan, Canada. Don't even try it. Just want to do a shout out to my favorite football channel on YouTube, PS Glory, Man United. Thank you, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you as well. You've got the Joker in your profile picture. So you're obviously a funny guy. I don't know if that was that hit, but I'll keep it. Olin says the original hype man was split into two: Bruno G for crowd hype and Dalo for team hype. What a game! No words for this. This is what the World Cup is all about, guys. This is exactly what the World Cup is all about. And now nobody is under any illusion about one team can definitely win. One team is out of their depth. Nothing like that. We got a game on our hands. Ooh, nutmeg. Vinny 1-on-1. Oh, on his left. Oh my God, Vinicius Jr. The filthiest run-up. The filthiest skill. He goes past one, he goes past two, he gets it on the post. I'm in. This is a really rough time what are we? 12 minutes after the break. Straight through Tomiyasu's legs. Close those legs, brother. It's not a good look for you. Gets past one man. Outside of the boot. Oh, Suzuki actually saves that, That's a fantastic save. That's a really, really good save. Absolutely hype game. Absolutely incredible game of football, guys. Absolutely incredible game of football. Jason says, Asian team have always been vulnerable to the height battle. Sweden game was another great example. This is where I have to disagree with you. I don't think it's as simple as that. That is the first moment in the game where Japan have been thoroughly second best in an aerial duel in this entire game. As a matter of fact, I think they've won, or a Japan player has gone on the end of every single cross that they've made so far in this game. Let's see this. And this is Casemiro we're talking about. The man is absolutely elite. Onside. I'm not sure about this graphic about Casemiro, it's a bit questionable. Tiny bit questionable. Cam says, now you see Ronaldo's phone is away now. Roberto Carlos right next to him. My goat, Unk. Daniel says breaking Casemiro's goal is being disallowed after he did the 6-7 celebration. I have heard that they have been thinking about implementing that rule, but they stopped because Infantino was like, "No, then we're not going to get the youth, and we're not going to make as much money." Fair play to him. Vinny at the post. Japan is falling apart. Oof. Wine, oh my OMG, great from Zion. Am I the only one who thinks this? Suzuki kind of looks like David Alaba. Kind of. Like they have similar features. Am I crazy? Can you guys see it? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Wayne says, sarcastic at best. BTW, we both had Portugal as favorites before the tournament. Yeah, we did, didn't we? Listen, it could still happen. But after Portugal's, the stream that Portugal is in right now, Japan, he just kicks it a bit too far forward. The stream that Portugal is in right now isn't favorable to them. If they make it to the round, I think they're on course to facing Spain in the next round, which obviously is problematic. But listen, they can still make it. They can still make it. Don't count them out. There is definitely the phenomenon of growing into a tournament. Also, did I even update you guys on the subs that were made? It was just Endrick. Yeah, so much has happened since halftime that I didn't even mention it. So it's just Endrick that came on for Paqueta. Definitely went about. It definitely looks like it's been 4-2-4 so far. Ryan, Brazil with a good spell on the edge of the box. Ryan again. Crossed. Suzuki gets it, claims it. Yeah, we need a bit of calm. A bit of calm from Japan over here. You guys don't see the resemblance? Alpha, obviously, yes, they're both black, obviously. I'm talking about like their nose, for example. I don't know. Listen, it just popped in my head. Oh, they're both black. Oh, man. Oh. Sohun says, never seen black Japanese. Interesting. I've seen. Good ball, and he's onside. Does he have the pace? It's 3 versus 3. Well, it looks like 3 versus 4 more likely. Is he going to go for goal straight away? Not a bad option. You know what? Go for. You know what? Why not? Why not? Not a bad option by the way to there. Not a bad option. He did have men free, so he could have passed it over, but you know what? Ross Robertson. Japan needs to practice their striking more. The thing is, you have to get within striking distance. That's the problem. That is the big problem. Zion, Suzuki football, and Rui Hachimura basketball are both half Japanese, repping Japan at the top. One of us. UNC and Rui Hachimura. I have not seen Rui Hachimura. Can't wait for the hydration break. Why? Why can't you wait? Just do it right now. Hydrate right now. Yeah, ever since Vinicius hit the post, the game has slowed down a tiny bit, and of course, it favors Japan. Ian Hunter, it's slight. Yeah, it's slight. It's not like they're twins. It's not like they're twins, but like there's slight resemblances there. Rishi says, Tinashe, I'm with you, bruh. I totally see it. You're not alone. I appreciate that, and I hope you're not just pandering. Thank you. Neymar warming up. Is he? Another substitution is made. Looks like Nakamura and Doan are both off. For Suzuki and Sugawara. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a fantastic time. I'm having an absolutely incredible time. I'm very happy as I decided to stream these games. Because I'm pretty much just talking out loud at this point. This is what happens when I watch football matches. And I can validate my crazy thoughts. Like, doesn't this Japanese guy look like that Austrian guy? Brazil, all of a sudden, aren't finding it too difficult to play through the middle. It's like they remembered that they all have Brazilian passports. Ball goes into the box, but no one at the end of it. Lionel Messi looks exactly like Dan Burn. I mean, Dan Burn's a little short, don't you think? I can definitely see like, you know, obviously they resemble each other in almost every other way. Just about every other way. Except for that one. Lex, Martinelli for Cunha. Did that just happen? Yes, it did. I mean, Cunha hasn't been very effective in the game so far. Cunha does require a bit of space. And he also does take up quite a bit of the same positions that Vinicius Jr. does. As does Martinelli, I guess. I wonder where Martinelli's going to be playing. Let's watch and find out. Hydration break. Guys, what an absolute banger. What an absolute banger of a game. No thanks says I hate Brazil so much. Why? Did a Brazilian start doing that dance and then take your girl or something? Why? I've seen enough. Put Neymar in now. He's the only one that can save this game. Neymar's the only one that can bring order to the to the piece. We'll do another pack opening again, guys. How about that? One last one. So far, we've only packed one Japanese player. I feel like we're gonna definitely get another. We're definitely gonna get another one right now. Spectacle says I hate people who hate Brazil. A lot of hate going on, guys. Listen, this is not a stream of hate. Okay, if you're the sort of person that has hate in your heart, I need you to close the browser immediately. All of us, we just spread love, except if the person you're talking to is a Manchester City supporter. Then you can. I'll stop there. Morg says, great game, too busy watching to comment. This is why I'm like, I've barely touched my my mouse. I'm just watching the game and then looking at the chat and then chatting. Like, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Final pack. Bosnia, Edin Dzeko. You know, that's a great pull, you know. Iraq. Portugal. Ruben Dias. France. Theo Hernandez. This is interesting. We just have not gotten any players from these ones. And we've opened up a lot of packs. Jordan. We've opened up a lot of packs, and we've barely gotten any Brazil or Japanese players. Senegal. Scotland. Mr. McGinn. So, if the pack gods are correct, Japan victory. Japan victory, guys. You heard it here first. It's all love, Ja. Gunther, love stream, guys. Exactly, love stream. A bottle of water. A bottle of water. Grab your water. Yeah. Is Kubo not going to come on? I am surprised to not see him on. Then again, Japan's defensive shape has been, I mean, it's been thwarted once, twice, I guess, if you count the Vinicius Junior chance. But perhaps they're not trying to disrupt the harmony. Ooh, ball stolen. That is for sure a foul. That has to be a foul on the Japanese player. Was that by Bruno? No, it's by Martinelli. That has to be. I mean, like, we've seen these sorts of challenges be waved aside. Martinelli just barges into him in this tournament so far. So it's quite surprising to see that one actually given, if I'm honest. Hive says, I hate people who hate. There's a lot of hate going on over there. Your Korean Jingu says, I won't stand for this City slander. What do you mean? No one slandered City. What do you mean? What do you mean? Vinicius Jr. Ooh, lots of danger coming from this side, but he passes to no one. How has Vinicius Jr. just found himself in so much space? Wow. Oh, we haven't even spoken about how much money it looks like FIFA are making from this World Cup. Like, wait, let me double check the actual. How much is a hydration break ad spot worth? $200. Wait. As I'm checking that, Brazil have a header, but it goes out for a corner. Looks like there's an appeal for something, but nothing is happening. So the 30-second ad slots are reportedly costing up to $200,000 per ad inside the hydration breaks. It tells you just how what the intention was here. Oh, Kubo is injured? Oh, okay. But he's on the bench. I mean, I guess they're easing him back into it. And if it comes to penalties, then for sure we're going to see him get on the pitch. So yeah, it's $200,000 per ad. But remember, so you're saying it's cheap. Papa, you're saying it's cheap. But Papa, you're saying it's cheap. God, I can't believe you just made me say that out loud. Fuck's sake. Fuck. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that again, man. You're saying this user, Brum, he said it's cheap. It is cheap, but remember that this is every hydration break is 3 minutes long, and the ads are what? I don't know, couple seconds. And how many games are there in this World Cup? I think maybe what you're probably equating it to the Super Bowl or something of the sort, where the ad slots are so expensive, like get into the millions. But there are a ton of ads being shown. And I'm guessing that every broadcaster is getting their cut. Because like even here in Austria, I'm watching and there's just tons of ads being blasted at every break. I can only imagine what's going on in America. Hassan says, I'm just realizing that Japan are getting knocked out and I'm sad. Why are you realizing that? I mean, Brazil are on the front foot, but Japan are holding steady. After that Vinicius attack, if Vinicius, shot off the post, they haven't come so close. As close. Listen, Japan's goal was definitely a shock. It was definitely a massive shock. A wonder goal in a lot of senses. But the way that they're playing right now, it's how they had planned to play the whole time. Hats off, like major props to Brazil and the way they came out in the second half. They've shown fight, they've shown spirit, they're the real deal. They're the real deal. But you see, it goes back to what I was saying earlier on when we started the stream about Brazil and the fact that they need to be performing minimum 9.5 out of 10 all the time for people to be convinced that they're a good team again. They're not allowed to have any stutters. Even if they go on to win this game, there'll still be a lot of doubt. Oh, shot goes just wide. Well, it's not just wide, actually quite far wide from Martinelli. Martinelli playing in the center is an interesting choice. Playing much more centrally is an interesting choice. I think he was just put in there to put some legs in the midfield. Yeah, Brazil need to be absolutely immaculate for people to think that they're a good team again. They're not allowed to have tiny stutters, like tiny moments where it just looks like they're not like they are anymore. Where it looks like they're not like incredibly strong. Otherwise, people write them off. If they win this match, which more than likely it looks like they're about to, if the second half has anything to say about it, most people aren't going to be like convinced that they are favorites. Not, of course, unless they were already convinced of that. Good pressing. Who else has come on? Quite a few more subs. We had Ao Tanaka on, Shuto Machino on as well. Or you should see it on screen right now. FIFA making 2 goats and a cow. Yeah. Papaya Brim, you're talking about Super Bowl? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine that the price of these ad slots when we get to the knockout stages is going to be horrendous. Absolutely disgusting. Like, and it's going to be widely reported on. Can you imagine what the prices for the World Cup are going to be? I mean, I forget what the actual numbers are, but the viewership of the World Cup is 10 times that of the Super Bowl. And it's worldwide too. Can you imagine what the price for the ad breaks throughout that whole thing are going to be? And there's going to be a halftime show, so halftime is going to be even longer. There's going to be ads before the halftime break show. There's going to be ads after the halftime break show. Japan holding steady. Throw in, taking their time. Yeah, it's moments like these where you just have to be really happy and appreciative of the new rules that disallow or that take away the onus to time waste. Alex says Fox goes to full commercials. Telemundo will show the game with ad taking up the screen, but commentators are still talking about the game. Horrendous. Alex says Danilo still starting for Brazil is crazy. There's really no better RBs than him. He hasn't been bad. He hasn't been horrible. I mean, he hasn't been great. It's what's surprising is that he's still on the pitch. But Brazil are also very much lacking in the fullback position. Yeah. It's definitely not a stacked position for them right now, which is crazy, right? Because I don't know, like I think a lot of people have a lot of different thoughts when they think about Brazil. Vinicius Jr. going through, but well defended. Ball goes in, very high, looping. Yeah, a lot of people have different thoughts when they think about Brazil. Like they might think Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, or whatever, and all that. And like I do too, but like at the forefront of my mind when I think about Brazil is Roberto Carlos and Cafu. So to think about how weak they are in the fullback position is actually, it's somewhat sad. We're seeing tired legs out there right now. Vinicius has been doing a lot of running. He's especially been been asking for the ball quite a lot and trying to make himself be seen. That's what we like to see. Jason says Japan already on 4 subs. Looks like they don't want to drag this into extra time. Cross goes into the box, but goes all the way through. They have 2 more subs left. Well, they're allowed to make 1 more sub in normal time and then an extra one in extra time. Yeah, Brazil are ready for extra time. Now, who have they got on the bench to come on? Neymar. Igor Thiago, of course. Luis Enrique. We're talking about attacking subs, of course. We still have Fabinho, Edison. I'm just going to skip past Alexandro. Swiss says, I used to love Brazilian teams from the mid-90s when I got into football to about 2010. Then they just don't seem to have any magic to the team, even when they still have great players. Oof. Meaty tackle. Yellow card. Brazil have a free kick on the corner of the box on the right. Very meaty tackle by Suzuki. Damn. I think that's a little bit rude to Danilo there. Crack brothers' bones, don't you think? Okay, well let's see what they can do. I can. I'm looking at this right now, and I can definitely see a pass short to the edge of the box. A half Brazil, half US flag. Interesting. I'm looking at Vinny on the edge of the box right now. Where is Casemiro? Look for him. His far post doesn't look like he's too heavily marked. God, just a wall of yellow behind Bruno Guimaraes as he takes this free kick. Whoa. All the way through and goes off the head. Is that Endrick? No. Japanese player. Went too fast. Okay. Corner Brazil. They subbed in a striker named Shoot Machine. It's over, guys. It's so over. Well, let's see after this corner. Taken low. Not a great corner, if you ask me. Brazil still on it. Oh, Vinny creeping into the box. Slowly, slowly. That's out. Japan are going to be happy about this. How crazy is this, man? Both games of the round of 32 in the World Cup so far have come down to like the final moments before a winner. Thank God this game has been so much more entertaining than the South Africa versus Canada game. Looks like Martinelli gets a bit of a knock over there. Maeda's had a good game. Maeda's had a very good game. Just from a graft perspective. I'm not going to do man of the match just yet because we could very well be going to extra time, boys. Gunther, Brazil losing a bit of esteem. Yeah. Yeah, they came out in the second half so strong. Pass, good pass. Not many people up for Japan. They're all arriving really slowly, but I think it suits them to take a bit of time with this. I say that just as a cross goes straight into the box, but Japan retrieve possession immediately, only for Brazil to get the loose ball. And now Brazil are on the attack. Suzuki comes out well. Son of Steel, an injury time winner can be expected. I can see it. I can definitely see it. One of these teams like settles into kind of mentally preparing themselves for extra time. The other one just comes straight in. Son of Steel says, are you tuning in for Germany versus Paraguay? Nope, I don't think I'm going to be. Well, I'm going to watch it, but I don't think I'm going to stream it. Because I have not. Wait, what time is it? Actually, it's on. Is it on at 11? If it's on at 11, then I actually might. Oh, it's on at 10:30. That's not bad. Let's see. Let's see how far this game goes, because this game is definitely not over yet. We could very well have another hour of this game. Cross in, Suzuki. Oh. If he's going to come out like that, he needs to take it a bit further. Vinicius with a lot of space. Vinicius needs to do a little bit better there. So much space to pick his spot. Great rush defense by Japan, though. Gotta say that much. Donald Play says, on Danilo's age, I heard on The Athletic that Neuer is a great player, but a 40-year-old shouldn't be the best option for Germany. Same sentiment for Danilo. That's true. It is very, very true. I mean, Neuer isn't even the best option. Like, Neuer isn't the best option for Germany. Gosh, every time Vinicius Jr. gets on the ball, you just think something's about to happen. He's taking on two men right now. I guess his ankle's clipped. Netherlands, Morocco. You know what? I think I actually might wake up early for Netherlands, Morocco. It's at 3 a.m. So yeah, it's entirely possible I go to sleep like shortly after this game and then do that. But honestly, I think I want to make a review video on this game. Ooh, great skill by the Japanese player. Into the box. No Japan player on the end of it. Who was that? Tanaka. You think that this is one of the final attacks? I mean, just look at the intent as well. We've got Endrick camping on the halfway spot. Brazil aren't ready to. Brazil are definitely looking to end this game, but Casemiro is down. Casemiro is down. He's had a long season, you know, and he's played the full. He's played 90 minutes. You'd have to imagine that he's coming off. I guess Edison or Fabinho rather. Fabinho. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. I mean, Fabinho is obviously a good player, but in my head, I don't really. In my head, the version of Fabinho that I have is the corpse of Fabinho. That was a Liverpool player. Wait, I'm just looking at this overlay quickly. Oh, the goal icons are showing now. Fantastic. It wasn't showing earlier on. We got the subs. Perfect. It's working. We're happy. As we were. Casemiro gassed. Yeah. It looked like is that a bit of cramp? It's been a tough game. He's done very well in this second half. He's done really well in the second half. Like, you just got to trust Casemiro to come in and hook you up with a headed winner or a headed equalizer, whatever you might need. And he's done it here, but his race is run. Is this the last time Casemiro appears in a World Cup? Did he just come off the pitch for the last time? Interesting question. Conrad saying, where is Kubo? He's on the bench, but he's injured. I did not know this, but I was warned. I was reminded of this by our lovely friends in the comments. Great control there by a Japan player. Oh, Brazil are through. First time shot. Nope. Endrick takes down his control. Japanese players are back, and it's a corner. That looked dangerous. I think he should have shot first time there, Endrick. I think he really should have shot first time there. Lover Steph says he can't keep playing full 90s. Yeah. Maple says genuinely hates how Nagelsmann keeps playing Neuer, knowing he is probably the third choice keeper in reality, and then making him take interviews. Corner by Brazil ends in a goal kick for Japan. Genuinely hates how Nagelsmann keeps playing Neuer, knowing he is probably the third choice in reality, and then making him take the interviews while he stays silent. Clear scapegoating there. I do think that to an extent we do. I think this is something that we all think won't be happening because of the fact that it's so unprofessional. But I think to an extent, you know, managers do really intentionally leave players out to dry. When there's big inquisitions around them. Not saying that Nagelsmann did this at all, because I haven't seen the interview in question. It just reminded me of other ones that I've seen, where it's like you just seem as though these guys are trying to save their own ass at some point. Yeah, I mean, think about it. If anyone here has worked a corporate job before, you know, I certainly have, and there's certainly a lot of that going on where people are definitely trying to save their own company reputation, or imagine all of that, but you're being filmed 24/7, and every weekend you're being prodded at for media interviews. Anyway, this is a bit of a rant. I'm sorry about that. Edison has legs. Everyone is tired. Oh, Brazil win the ball back. It's Martinelli win. Martinelli wins it. Gabriel Martinelli wins the game for Brazil. Oh my goodness. You can't, there's no way. There's no way. Oh, that's heartbreak for Brazil. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, for Japan. Heartbreak for Japan. Oh no. Oh dear. That's a great goal. Brazil were obviously the aggressors the whole time. Japan defended so well. It would have been such a story, but listen, at the end of the day, it's the team that's a bit more bold, and Brazil just battled so hard, clearly onside. Left all alone. You can't leave him alone like that. You cannot do that. Great shot. Suzuki does get a hand on it, but oh wow. Holy crap. You know what? Whoever called it earlier on, was it you, Peter? Peter, yeah, and he called it earlier on, the Japan against Belgium in the 2018 World Cup, where they took the lead, and then right towards the end, great goal, similar position actually. Belgium won 2-1. That's so rough. That is rough. That is rough for Japan, you know. And they played so well, but Brazil, like I said, you gotta give them credit. You gotta give them credit for this second half. Incredible game. Incredible game. Well, surely, I mean, we have to make a video on it. We have to. Brazil are alive. Oh, I didn't see Ancelotti's reaction, man. Danilo on the pitch, shoring it up. I mean, listen, we're into the 8th minute of 6 minutes of added time. Game's over. Valiant effort by Japan. What a hard-fought game. And again, we have you know what? 100% of the round of 32 games in World Cup history have been decided after 90 minutes have been played, but without going to extra time. Listen, Japan, you have one thing. There's only one thing you can possibly do. You have to throw everybody forward. Listen here, okay? You can win 3-1. Sorry, you can lose 3-1. You can lose 3-1 in the efforts of trying to make it 2-2. They've lost their opportunity. Got to be a foul going the way for Brazil. Game over? No? Look at this. That's... Why has Tanaka decided to dribble it over there? He needs to take it out. But no, Brazil, you know, incisive play. I was just questioning Martinelli coming onto the pitch and playing a little bit more centrally, but that goes to show you why I'm over here. I think the ref probably allows one more. If Japan are able to get it under their possession right now, he'll probably allow one more attack. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. Oh. Peter, T, I'm telling you, name the pack opening segment Sticking Crisps. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's just been... We haven't had any luck with these packs at all. The only game that has actually turned out to be correct was the Argentina game. I mean, it was Argentina against Austria, and we packed some Argentine players. I mean, let's be real over here, what we're talking about. This is quite disappointing. Yeah, I think for the neutral, this would be quite a disappointing game, but I mean, for the lovers of football, I mean, this is just excitement. The game is still going on. Some minutes added on for Brazil's celebration. Only thing Japan can do is play, get it up, get everyone into the box immediately. Nah, I think we're done. We got to be done now, right? No? Still ongoing. No, it's done. Game's done. Oh, guys. I have been through an emotional roller coaster with this game. If you feel sorry for Japan, but then you also have to big up Brazil for that turnaround and whatever was said during that halftime break absolutely resonated with these players, and hats off to Brazil. So let's see where that leaves them. Let's see where that leaves them in the who they potentially play next. Football 2026. Okay, so they play either Cote d'Ivoire or Norway. Cote d'Ivoire and Norway is going to be a fascinating game. I think we have to do a watch along for that. It's entirely possible that I'll do one for the Netherlands and Morocco game. I really want to, but man, it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. and if I get an early night tonight, which means fall asleep within the next hour, then it's entirely possible, but we'll see. Anyway, Superman versus Spider-Man. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Face the winners, Norway versus Ivory Coast. Yes. Erling hat-trick. Damn, sad to see. You know what? Norway versus Brazil will be an absolute banger of a game. Cote d'Ivoire versus Brazil too, of course. But yeah, I would love to see what Erling Haaland would be able to do against this side. Guys, incredible game of football. I have thoroughly enjoyed this one, as I hope you guys have too. And thanks for joining. Leave like, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll almost certainly do tomorrow. Wait, now I have to go back to where it is. Ivory Coast and Norway. And then right after that, where was it? It was just here. Right after that is France versus Sweden. I think we probably have to do that too. I think we'll probably do that one back to back. But yeah, for tonight, I will work on another video that I think should be coming out. And yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And yeah, onto some bigger and better ones. Yeah, this World Cup is heating up. All the best, guys. Have a good night. Sleep well. Have a good day. All that good stuff. Bye.